So alhamdulillah, we are moving on the right track. So with that said, let me just share with you one of the most important things in my mind, which is how do we define our priorities? I think I would like to share with you 12 priorities that we have put together during our meetings and with the executive people on the board, and that inshallah I hope that this will be something that we can always reiterate on so that we can perfect that as much as possible. So I would start by saying that the most important thing in a masjid that is that it enables people to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one hadith that I keep reminding people about is in Musnad al-Imam Ahmed, where it says that the best of the creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are those who help others love Allah more, and they will be the reason that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would love the people more. In other words, they help people to learn about their creator. They help people to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and love the Prophet. They help people to improve always in their obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I think this is the number one priority that we all should strive to achieve, inshallah, whether you are a member or just a visitor, whether you have some defined role or you don't. The big and most important priority that we have is that we want to create this or enable people, inshallah, to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and love their religion and be the best Muslims. Of course, this comes with the second priority, which is like teaching people about their religion, teaching people about the aqidah, giving all those or making all those programs that help people to understand how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to live our lives. And mashallah, I was hearing the list of programs that we have done in the past couple of months, and I was like, mashallah, we did a good job here, alhamdulillah. So I'm so glad and happy, and I really appreciate all the efforts that have been put together for that. Without you, we wouldn't be able to make it. Third priority is actually building this atmosphere of brotherhood and sisterhood. We cannot create a strong community unless we have that. And alhamdulillah, I see that we are doing good progress with this. Again, one of the blessings is that, alhamdulillah, for the past all the past general body meeting, we didn't have people coming for a fight, which is actually absolutely a great thing. And at the same time, you see, alhamdulillah, that the masjid is increasing in numbers. I can tell this by listening to people who come from time to time to the masjid. Like I have some relatives who visit us like every several months. And I heard it repeatedly and consistently from brothers who do not know each other by saying that, mashallah, this is a blessed masjid. We see the number of people coming increasing like time over time. And we see how the atmosphere seems to be very, alhamdulillah, engaging and very lovely, and there's harmony between the Muslims. And that's actually the best thing I would love to see, that Muslims, wherever they are coming from, whatever language they speak, whatever status, social status, or financial status they have, they all feel that they are included, that they are welcome, and they feel the true brotherhood and sisterhood in the masjid. We still need to work more, inshallah, but it's, alhamdulillah, it's very much improving, and this needs to be always on our list of top priorities. Number 4 is actually making da'wah to people who probably are not coming to the masjid. And I include Muslims in general. There are many Muslims who do not come to the masjid. I always wonder, like, what is the percentage of Muslims in any community who go regularly to the masjid? And unfortunately, with all the studies I have made, with all the statistics that we have been looking at, it is less than 5%. Yes, I mean it. 5% of the Muslim community who live in any place go regularly to the masjid. You can just compare the number of people who come to Salat al-Fajr compared to Salat al-Eid. And you can also remember that Salat al-Eid is not attended by all Muslims. And you can do the math and you may reach to less than 5%. So it's very sad, but we should be working on. So this is the already Muslim people. The da'wah to the new Muslims is also very important. One of the things I have been hearing is that some of the new Muslims feel intimidated when coming to the masajid, probably because they just don't know what to do. They are scared that some people will point their fingers to them as not being, a fit or a match to the community. Whatever the reason it could be, we are working on this, and this is one of our highest priority. And alhamdulillah, as you have heard, we have started something about for new Muslims, which we should be investing a lot on, inshallah. Similarly, calling for non-Muslims or calling non-Muslims to come to the masjid, all the things about like open house and even the social service committee now that is doing spreading or distributing food and helping needies, even if they were non-Muslims. All these are part of what we want to do, alhamdulillah. So calling to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Muslims in general who don't come to the masjid, the new Muslims who are intimidated, and also the non-Muslims who could never perhaps think about coming to the masjid in the first place. Number 5 is actually working with our youth and making sure that we are able to create the new generation that will be stronger in Islam. And by the way, I want to, inshallah, dedicate a whole session about this, or including Friday khutbah. But I want you to just think with me about the difference between two words, salih and muslih. Salih is what we usually translate into righteous person, right? So salih means someone who confirms or adheres to the Islamic values, Islamic teachings, but on themselves. Muslih means the one who actually goes beyond that, so that that person will deliver or try to also influence others to be the same. And in today's time, with all the challenges that we see, it's not enough to just be a salih. It's not enough to be just a pious person. You must be someone who will have the courage, will have the energy, will have all the talent that enable you to go and expand this to other people and make sure that you create more salihin in this community, and also, of course, changing any evilness that you see in front of you. So, alhamdulillah, working with the youth has been way better than before, but we are still lacking behind. And we are also approaching other masajids so that we can make joint programs. One of the programs that we will be having is Quran night. Did you talk about this? Quran night? So Quran night, not Quran night, Tafsir night, inshallah. So Tafsir night is going to be soon, inshallah. I think it's next weekend, right? Like this next Saturday, inshallah. And this is run totally by youth. Alhamdulillah, they are bringing a couple of imams to talk about Surah Yusuf. In particular, the intimacy and its application on people, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has saved Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Now, sixth point is actually helping needies and people of disabilities wherever they are and regardless of their origin or their status. And alhamdulillah, the creation of this social service committee is one of the things that I deeply make me happy, alhamdulillah. And we started to see things that we did not really think about that or think about their possibilities in the past. The Masjid has been already doing great job in Zakat committee and in other Sadaqah programs, but now we are reaching out to the needies. We are actually, alhamdulillah, we have a couple of brothers and sisters who are doing this. I don't want to mention names here, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless their hearts, but there are people who are reaching out to the individual family Muslims, like the refugees and people that have been falling into distress and others. And at the same time, we have also other programs where they are targeting a mass number of people, like, for example, the food distribution that you heard about. So now, priority number 7 is actually serving the Muslims with their concerns and issues. Alhamdulillah, we did a little bit of progress on this. We always have been accused of not serving Muslims with all their concerns and needs. Like, for example, marital issues and like divorce and even marriage. It's a solemnizing marriage is one of the things that many people blame us or complain that PGMA is not helping with. And all that goes on your brother. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us all. But we are actually making some baby steps on these. And the reason for that is because we have limited resources, and we're trying to focus on the top priorities in their order, inshallah. But again, this needs to continue as our one of the top priorities, like serving with Muslims and their needs, whether about the marriage, divorce, raising children, disputes that happen between Muslims, some consultation about some religious issues and all that stuff. And we would love to also engage some experts in this. Alhamdulillah, we've been talking to some. And we have some help with not psychiatrists, but psychologists. And inshallah, we will be doing more. But again, this is one of our top priorities. And then number 8 is actually serving the community around us. And that is not to Muslims, limited to Muslims only. This is actually for all. And I think we're doing very little on that, but it is our priority, and we need to always look at it very closely. I had a dream. I don't know if we will be able to serve that dream at any time. Every time I come to PGMA, and I go from 495 and take the ramp and come here, I see how bad this street looked like and how dirty it is. I don't see the same thing at other neighborhoods. And I was like, okay, is it at all possible that Muslims in the masjid can do something that all the community around us in PG County can say, wow, those Muslims are so clean, not only in their masjid, but also outside. Can we reach to that level? Like, can we work with the city, or not maybe Lanham City, but even PG County, and say, we can offer some volunteers, but provide us some means or mechanisms so that we can go and do some cleaning. I don't know if it is possible, but something of that sort, like when we serve the community around us, regardless of their faith, and everyone would see that Muslims are the best citizen to the land where they live at, regardless of they are helping only Muslims or non-Muslims. I think that's one of the biggest message that we need to work on, and it's a high priority in my mind. Number 9 is actually enabling Muslims to live in the land as the with like the best credentials, with the best status, with the best positions. And I know we are lacking behind on this, but it's also one of the priorities. Alhamdulillah, the Social Services Committee has thought about like how can we enable Muslims to find jobs, how, give them some training on how to make resumes, do evaluation to themselves or assessments, or maybe teaching them some skills, doing interviews, that kind of stuff. And I do believe that we can do a lot more. Like if we can enable, alhamdulillah, like there are many Muslims who are successful in the community by bringing doctors, by bringing astronomers, by bringing scholars, by bringing all those like top successful people and make the engage them with the community more, raise the awareness, bring some momentum, bring some, inshallah, bring some spark, inshallah, that will make people excited about making their career to the best of their ability, inshallah. Similarly, working on the we are a non-profit organization and we adhere to that, but at the same time, we also always would like Muslims to be engaged in their political decision, in all the government issues. We want Muslims to be a great and active power in the United States. We want Muslims to be seen as the best model of communities that inshallah can take the US to the best of their affairs. Last thing is actually something that goes above and beyond our local community, above and beyond Muslims in the US. It's actually how we should be able to advocate for Muslims all over the world. You have been hearing us talking about people in Palestine. Inshallah, next Friday we will have a whole day khutbahs and Friday night dedicated for the people in Sudan. We are working with, inshallah, a similar one for Yemen. We've done something for China. We want to work with the Rohingya. We want to be the voice, inshallah, that can advocate for the Muslim rights all over. And this is one of the things that we are missing. I'm trying to work on the side, but we really would like to have a committee that can serve with this. Alhamdulillah, in the past, I had some few sisters and brothers who have helped, especially when we brought someone from the Uyghurs to talk about China. We would like to revive this, inshallah, and so that we really feel the responsibility not on ourselves as a Muslim community in the local city, but also for all the Muslims across the world, inshallah. So those are the things I wanted to share with you, and I hope I was able to articulate well about them, but we need to talk more and more about them, inshallah. And again, I congratulate everyone here for the major success that we have been doing so far. It's still a long ramp up and still a long road, but inshallah, with the sincerity and dedication and devotion, inshallah, we will be reaching to goals and objectives that we never thought about, inshallah.